It's 1985, and there's this dude, a lighthouse keeper, just doing his thing. So one night, a woman just washes up on shore and she's totally hurt. Turns out, surprise, she's a princess from Atlantis, this crazy huge city under the ocean. Anyway, they totally fall for each other and get married. And then they have a baby boy, Arthur. And this kid is special. Like, he can talk to fish and all the sea creatures. Super cool. But then, total disaster. Soldiers from Atlantis show up. They're like, the princess has to come back with us right now. They attack, and she has to fight them off. She realizes her family will never be safe, so to protect them, she has to go back. That's so sad. Before she leaves, she tells her most trusted advisor guy to train Arthur to be a warrior, to teach him how to fight like an Atlantean. So flash forward, and Arthur's all grown up. The advisor finds him and is like, hey, you gotta come back to Atlantis. You're the first son, you could be king. But Arthur is like, no way. Atlantis killed my mom just for loving a human. They hate me because I'm a half-breed. Forget it. So now we see Arthur, and he's basically this hero dude, Aquaman. He stops these pirates who were taking over a submarine. But in the fight, he ends up killing the pirate leader. And get this, the leader's son, David, is right there and sees the whole thing. He's like, I'm gonna get you for this. So now that guy wants revenge. Meanwhile, under the sea, we meet Arthur's half-brother, Orm. This dude is about to become the new king of Atlantis. Orm goes to meet the other underwater kings, and he's trying to get them on his side. He's like, the surface people are polluting our oceans, we have to attack them. One king says, no, that's a bad idea, but Orm just needs a few more kings to agree with him, and then he'll get the title Ocean Master, and everyone has to do what he says. And right when they're talking, a submarine attacks them. Orm saves the other king, and the king is so grateful, he's like, okay, you're right, I'll join you. Total setup, right? Now, that king has a daughter named Mira, and she's supposed to marry Orm. Big problem, she thinks Orm's a dangerous psycho and doesn't want to marry him. She knows the only person who can stop him is Arthur, so she goes to the surface to find him. She finds Arthur and spills the beans. She's like, my fiancé is nuts and you have to stop him. You're the firstborn son. You're the rightful king. But Arthur, again, is like, nope, not my problem. But then Orm does this totally messed up thing. He sends this massive tidal wave to attack the land, and it almost kills Arthur's dad. Mera has to jump in and save him. Seeing his dad almost die because of Orm is the last straw. Arthur's finally in. He's like, okay, fine.
So
you mess with my
his dad almost get totally taken out by that wave is the last straw. Arthur's like, okay, I'm in. He finally trusts Mira, and they go down into the ocean together. And who's the first guy they meet? Volko. You know, the advisor dude his mom trusted, the one who taught him how to fight. He tells Arthur the whole plan. He's like, look, you can't just beat Orm. You need to find the lost trident of King Atlan. This trident is a huge deal. It's super magical. And whoever has it is the one true king of the ocean. No arguments. It's the only way to stop Orm. But while they're talking, Orm's soldiers show up and attack. Total ambush. They capture Arthur and drag him in chains in front of his brother. Orm is pissed. He's like, it's your fault our mom is dead. They executed her because of you, her half-breed son. But then he's like, I'll give you one chance. Get out of the ocean and never come back. But Arthur is way too angry for that. He's like, no way, and challenges Orm to a duel right then and there. So they fight in this giant underwater stadium, and it's a total disaster for Arthur. He's not used to fighting underwater, and Orm is just wiping the floor with him. Arthur is about to get killed, for real, when Mira zips in and saves him. They manage to escape. Now, they're on the run, and they know finding that trident is their only shot. So where do they go? The Sahara Desert. Yeah, wild, right? Turns out it used to be an ocean, and that's where the trident was made. They find this old device that plays a holographic message from the long-dead king. The message says they have to go to Italy next to find the final coordinates. On the other side of the world, we see Orm meeting up with David, that pirate guy whose dad Arthur killed. And get this, it's revealed the whole Russian submarine attack was a fake. It was Orm's plan all along. He paid David to attack so he could save the other king and get him on his side. So sneaky. In return, Orm gives David a crazy advanced Atlantean battlesuit and a bunch of new tech. He's basically like, here's your new gear. Now go kill Aquaman.
Yes, this is awesome. Now I can finally get revenge on Arthur. Meanwhile, Orm is still being a total psycho. He goes to this other underwater place, the Kingdom of the Fishermen, straight up kills their king and is like, you're with me now. He forces the dead king's wife and daughter to join his army. And David, the pirate guy, he takes all that cool Atlantean tech and builds himself this insane black battlesuit. He calls himself Black Manta, and he looks seriously dangerous. So Arthur and Mera are over in Italy looking for clues when, bam, Black Manta attacks. He's found them. They have this crazy fight all over the town, smashing through buildings and stuff. It's a total mess. In the end, Arthur manages to throw Black Manta off a huge cliff. Problem solved, for now. But Arthur got pretty banged up in the fight. Mera has to patch him up, and she gives him this big pep talk. She's like, you gotta be tough. You can't be so sensitive. You have to be a king. So they get on a boat and head for the final location. It leads them into this super scary part of the ocean called the trench, and these freaky fish monsters attack them. They get pulled down into this crazy whirlpool and end up in a hidden sea like at the center of the earth. And get this, his mom is there, Queen Lana. She's alive. She's been stuck down there for years, ever since she was sacrificed to the trench. It's this super emotional reunion. They're all hugging. Arthur can't believe it. It's a big deal. She tells him the trident is right here, but it's protected by a guardian. Only the true king can go get it, so Arthur has to go alone. So he swims down and finds this ancient, epic-looking trident, but it's being guarded by this gigantic sea monster called the Karathan. It looks like a huge dragon crab thing. And the monster is like, everyone who's come here wasn't worthy, so I killed them. But then, Arthur uses his special power. He just starts talking to the monster. And the Karathan is completely shocked. It's like, whoa, you can hear me? No one's ever been able to hear me before. Arthur explains he's the bridge between the two worlds, land and sea. And the monster's finally like, okay, you're worthy. So Arthur grabs the trident, and as soon as he does, boom! A wave of energy hits him, and he's suddenly wearing the classic gold and green Aquaman suit. He looks so cool, and he's way more powerful now. At the same time, Orm has gathered all the armies and officially crowned himself Ocean Master. He's like, my decisions are law now. Then word gets out that Arthur has the trident. And according to the ancient rules, the guy with the trident is the real king. But Orm gets so angry. He's like, I don't care about that stupid spear. The strongest one is king, and that's me. He orders the final attack. So this massive war breaks out. It's Orm's whole army against Arthur, who shows up riding the giant Karathan and leading an army of every sea creature you can imagine. It's sharks and whales and everything. Finally, it comes down to Arthur and Orm's fighting one-on-one on top of a submarine. And this time, Arthur totally beats him. He uses the trident to shatter Orm's weapon. But instead of killing him, he spares his life. And right then, Queen Lana shows up where everyone can see her. Orm is stunned. He sees his mom is alive and that Arthur saved her. He realizes he was wrong about everything, accepts his defeat, and lets the guards arrest him. So the war is over, Arthur is the hero, and now he's the true king who unites the land and the sea. And that's basically the end of the movie.